Chronicles of Crime 1900, the second in the Millennium Trilogy. What is it about? Coming up.
Hi, it's Tarrant.
And Stella from Meeple University. Today we're excited to talk about Chronicles of Crime 1900. So this is the second one in the Millennium Trilogy series. The first one was 1400 and this is 1900.
Yep, and 2400 comes after it, and it's, I think, the fifth overall Chronicles of Crime release after the original and then the Redview expansion, and there was one other expansion with the base set.
And this is a standalone. So, we're going to tell you what this is about, what the game is briefly, and then what is different from the base game, and our thoughts.
Yeah, the core of Chronicles of Crime 1900 is based on how all of the other Chronicles of Crime have worked. There's nothing too new about that. Essentially, it mimics the old point-and-click style of computer game. You will be moving around between... You use a phone, first of all. You use a phone and these QR codes...
A free app.
From a free app, which has different scenarios built into it, and that will give you the information that you need. As you go out to these locations, you explore, you talk to people, you can look around the scenery. So there's a 3D visual thing on your phone that will let you look around different rooms, and you can, find things out of this... list of generic items that you think might be important. Then you'll scan those and the app will tell you if it's important, and gradually it'll reveal information through. So like in the base game, there's these generic ones which will give specific information through the app. There are these special ones which I'm going to keep face down because those are sort of spoilers to specific scenarios. And then there's all these different characters as well. And their faces are the same, but who they represent will change from scenario to scenario. You have to go around, learn what you can, talk to people, and then ultimately come back and solve a crime. And the app will ask you a series of questions about the crime, and you need to, again, use these QR codes to identify the answers to the questions. So that's the basics of Chronicles of Crime, and that's how all of the previous releases have worked.
So, Detective Tarrant, what is the main difference between the basic one and the one that what 1900 offers?
So the main thing that this particular version offers is escape room style puzzles. So it adds a new deck of cards, which are these question marks. Once again, we don't really want to reveal those to you because they'll spoil certain puzzles. But I'll show you number 2 here because this is just a Morse code key. And
this is part of the introduction scenario of the game.
Yep, so...
I believe.
Yep, I mean, if you've done any sort of escape room, you'll know that you're sometimes given a code that you can then apply to something. So this deck of cards here...
We skipped the introduction, we just skipped to the case.
Yep, so this deck of card here has a series of puzzles, and at times during the scenario, in order to get the information you need, you'll have to solve those. So it adds the already popular escape room in a box style in a very light way into this game. What's gone from the base scenario is you don't have your general helpers. So I know in the original scenario there's
in the 1400
and 1400 as well, there's a scientist who you ask about a thing you found. That's and right. they magically have this information. None of that in this particular scenario. And that's really the difference.
At least not yet in the first scenario. You never know what's going to come up because there's slot or more.
There's slots, true, and they may come out.
I don't know.
And
I'm not spoiling anything. I don't know if it will or it will not.
It's possible. Maybe they'll say, "Hey, number 3 is now your scientist" or something like that.
It's possible, but in the 1400, there's also your loyal dog that goes around with you, and you can get the dog to sniff stuff. This is not there. And in the 1400, there's the vision card that helps you.
Yep.
I love the vision card that helps me, I think you as well, help us to investigate in the right direction, because sometimes it's No, always we found this the basic one for us. It's not really that easy to find the clue and find what's going on. So
yeah, the visions was sort of more of a mysterium, Dixit sort of oblique, artistic reference to something.
Yeah, and this one. We played a lot of escape room games. So this would be like, I was so excited when I found out about how the 1900 has got the puzzly escape room style element of it. I'm like, yes! And I actually almost solved it, the one that we played yesterday. I was like, yes! So this is so good. I love what it brings to the game of what you know. So essentially it's still, as Tarrant explained, it's still mainly the Chronicles of Crime. So it doesn't actually change the mechanics. It just adds something to it.
Yeah. If you're a escape room in a box buff and you haven't previously liked the way the Chronicles sort of open plan investigation goes, this is not going to win you over. It's just going to add that little element into the game. It's still Chronicles of Crime at its core.
But if you like Chronicles of Crime, like me, you will enjoy the challenge. But I know that I'm not really that good. If we play the exit the game, unlock, and that sort of game in a box, I would like, hey, Tarrant, what is it? Tarrant would probably solve like 80-90% of the time. Would you?
I don't think that's fair.
Oh,
I think you have a good even contribution, and you certainly were a big part of solving these.
Oh, thank you. Tarrant is very nice about Tarrant. Anyways, so yeah. For you who likes the mechanics, nothing will change. It keeps what you like. Plus you add this. I think a lot of people who likes investigation style would actually like escape room style. So this is a great addition to it. Yep. There's like many various way I would imagine. We haven't gone through all the scenarios yet. I imagine there will be a few different ways of interacting with this and other things that comes up in the game.
Yep. And the last thing to throw in is that the Millennium series does have it has consistent characters generations apart.
Oh, yes.
Threaded between them. And
Easter egg.
Yeah, and I don't know whether that's going to be an Easter egg that turns into something that ties everything together, or if they are completely standalone. That's really for you to explore as you get into the Millennium series.
So basically, watch out for those Easter eggs. So would you like it? Would you recommend it to those who like investigation sort of thing, Tarrant?
I think Chronicles of Crime has been out there long enough that you know whether you like that style of game or not. And this is more scenarios in a new setting.
Yeah.
It doesn't change it that much from there. So I think you already know whether you're into this or not.
Yes.
This is a nice feature. I do like having that little puzzle on the side.
You do, because you're so good at it.
What about you?
Well, there are a few investigation style games. They are, and this is cooperative. I generally like cooperative because it's sometimes a little bit less stressful in the way that you're not competing with other people, but you're working together towards common goals. Anyways, I played a few others, like the Sherlock Holmes one with a lot of books. Is that Consulting Detective? So I'm not really a big fan of that because it's just thick books, a lot of readings, while this one has got more interaction and a lot other mechanics thrown into it.
Snippets of information as well.
That's right, yeah.
Not slabs.
That's correct, yeah. Not slabs, yeah. Snippets of information. Is that probably because I have short attention span, maybe? So this is good for that. And in the app, which is a free app, you can always go back to the history. If you forget, if you miss anything, you go click in the bottom left and then click on history. You can just go back and see the information. This gives me a good addition because I do like this, and so far it's not that difficult, but this is the easy level as well, so I don't know what's coming and makes me excited. So yes, I really like what this adds to it. I really like the previous one, 1400 adds to it as well. Whatever that comes on 20, I'm very excited for 2400s to come. Yes, there's cyborgs on the box, so yeah. Different. I mean, who's excited? Have you played these? Please let us know in the comment section. We can talk about it maybe. I might actually do the introduction scenario on the live playthrough. Maybe not. I might need your help for that. Just let me know as well. So yeah, I would love to know if you have been enjoying it and which one that you've been enjoying. The basic, the 1400, or this one. I know this is just arrived at everyone's doorstep, I think, recently. Let me know in the comment section and I'll get back to you. So should you play? You decide for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please help us by hitting that like button and subscribe to us if you haven't already done so. We do this type of video and a few others like live playthrough, how to play, and so on. And also I am on social media like Instagram, so find me there too as well. Oh, by the way, hit the bell so you get notification of our new videos. Let's not forget to say that. That's it.
That's it.
And hopefully we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.